Hello everyone, welcome back to PLC Automation. This is Jopper, and in today's video I'm going to briefly explain about the next project. So the next project gonna be a beverage mixing and dosing line. In this project we are going to integrate many function blocks like mood manager, safety manager, recept manager, cascade control, and waiting tank and alarm manager. And this project, we are also going to walk through UDTs. We are going to create a UDT for the recept handling. We are going to create a UDT for the tank status. And we are also going to create a function block for the tanks. Function block that we are going to create going to be a reusable function block, and we are going to use the same function block for 5 different tanks. So and also we are going to create and integrate a function block for our waiting tanks. For example, when the process is filling and mixing, and there is also another tank, the mixed product going to be dosed and another tank. Project we are going to handle a recipe manager, which is very important and all industrial automations. So in this project we are going to integrate also a recipe manager, and we are going to have, the most importantly, cascade control, a sequence engine. This is a master level programming manner. After this, we are going to integrate an FB for our mood manager. So we are going to have a automatic mode, we are going to have a manual mode, and we are going to have a maintenance mode. So we are there will be one function block to handle all the modes. Okay, we're going to create an alarm manager, industrial alarm handling, which is very important for every PLC programmers or programming. And also after that we are going to call our FBs into OB1, and also we are going to create an HMI screen. We are going to design our HMI screens. The recipe management going to be an additional screen that we are going to add for our project. We are going to integrate the advanced alarm system. I'm also going to have a talk about the alarm philosophy. For example, like tank empty, stop the cascade, tank overfill, close valves immediately, of the motor overload, stop mixing, and etc. Okay, we are going to have some very advanced level manner of programming in this project. We are also going to talk about how to control our motors with VFDs. This is very professional, but unfortunately we are not going to have a physical VFD, but I will show how to integrate and how to connect them to your PLC and how to control them from your HMI and PLC, right? Used project and industry. So all industrial projects, they program like the same way. They have a recipe manager, they have a mood manager, they have a safety manager, so this project will mirror a real industrial project, right? Also, this is not a basic tutorial. This is a master level PLC architecture used in the real factories. So to do that, first of all, we are going to create a project. I have already created a project and I have given a name, beverage mixing and dosing line. And I'm going to choose the CPU 1200, and I will just tap OK. I have added my CPU and now I'm going to add my HMI. For this project, I'm going to use the 10 display. We have used 9 and now we are going to use 10. And we are going to use for color PN. We are going to use the PN, the profinite one, right? We add this to our project. While adding this HMI to our project, we get this option to configure our communication, to configure our screens, but we do not do that right here, okay? We just click finish. So now we have added our HMI, and now we are going to devices and networks. We are going to click on connections. We drag on our PLC or weather, and we drop on our HMI. And this way we are creating a connection between our PLC and HMI. So now, as we talked, we are going to have function blocks. So the first function block is going to be our let me have a look. Okay, the first function block going to be the mood manager. So our first function block going to be the mood manager. We choose the language SCL. We tap OK. This is our first function block. And now we are going to add our second function block, and the second function block going to be okay. Tank. And we choose the language as SCL. So this is our second function block. And now we are going to add our third function block. And now we are going to add our fourth function block. Our fourth function block, this is our recipe manager. Okay, now we are going to add another cascade controller sequence engine. Okay, and now we are going to add another function block. This function block gonna be for alarm manager, industrial alarm handling, right? I've created our function blocks, and now we are going to start with the interface of our. Before doing the interface variables, we are going to add two UDTs. So to add a UDT, we are going to PLC data types. We add a new data type. We call this a UDT recipe. Rename it that. And inside our UDT recipe, we are going to create some variables. The first one gonna be enable tank. This is array of boolean 1 to 5 because we are going to use 5 tanks, right? And the second going to be fill time, and this also array of time. Mixing time is time, right? And then those time, also time. Motor speed, we choose as integer. Okay, this is our recipe UDT, and now we are going to make another UDT, and we are going to call it UDT tank status. A UDT tank status, and we are going to add some variable ready boolean empty overfill done. Okay, at this moment we will keep it 3 variables. Okay, we are going to our tank function block tank. We are going to enter the variables, input variables. So the first one going to be enable cmd boolean, and the second going to be cmd fill level low, level high. Okay, now we are going to the output. Fill boolean status UDT tank status. We call our UDT here UDT tank status. All right. So now we are going to the body SCL. So default output false, and now we are going to call this status empty alarm. So we are going to give it an alarm when our tank is empty, so we should know that. Enable and not maybe cm defill and level high. Okay. Create a logic. Already equals to not status dot empty and not status overfill fill valve control the fill and not level high then okay, and we close our if statement. Okay, we will keep it simple, mystic, and save. Okay, these are our inputs and the outputs and our interface code for our things. Okay, we keep it as simple as possible to understand the structure of the program. Okay, but so the point is not the coding, the point is to understand how it works, right? I hope you have enjoyed watching this video, and if you are still not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this channel and turn the notification bell on in order not to miss the upcoming training videos. Have a great day. Bye bye, and I will catch